Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast blood.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day. We're going to talk about seeking out the hard. Seek the hard things, the things that are going to take you to the next level, the next hard, the next push, the next barrier to what's going to grow yourself. You know, typically on the other side of hard is growth, and typically somewhere in between where you're at and the growth you want to have is hard. So what is your relationship going to be with the things that are hard? You're either running to it or you're running from it. Now, I'm with you on let's work smarter, not harder. But in my experience, you got to work hard. You can work smart, but you got to also work hard. You got to work hard and smart. But to grow yourself, there's always going to be that hard in there. It's always going to be the things that are uncomfortable in there. And so what is your relationship with that? Is it, man, I'm seeking things out to stretch me a little bit more. You know, I've been stretching. Shout out to all the old people. OGs out there. Okay. Let me tell you something that I've been doing that has made a huge positive change and difference in my life. More often than not, when I say more often than not, 5-6 days a week, I stretch 20 minutes at least per day. Usually in the mornings, okay? I can't express how good I feel, my body feels, way more than I ever expected that it would. I never thought just stretching was going to make such a big difference in my life. I mean, my whole body feels better. Less trips are needed to the chiropractor. My recovery when I train hard, I'm waiting like, man, next day I think I'm going to be sore and stiff, and I'm not. And I ain't getting any younger, but I feel better today than I did 2 years ago from the stretching. But stretching sucks. I mean, nobody likes to stretch. Not that many people. You know, nobody's a strong word, but most people don't like to stretch. How many people, let's just try this. Has any one doctor or any professional ever told you, hey, the older you get, you know, you should start stretching more? You ever heard that? Guessing that ain't the first time you've heard that. Or how much flexibility can do for you. But people don't spend the time on it because, first of all, it's flexibility. That don't even burn but that ain't going to get you like the six-pack you want. That ain't going to get you the muscles you want. So now this is like putting in some work that nobody's even going to see except for yourself, and it's going to make you feel better maybe, but you're not 100% sold on it. You don't get to see the results unless you do it with consistency, but you don't want to do it with consistency because you don't know for sure how you're going to feel. And so it's like it takes this fighting of hard to stretch. And nobody wants to, you know how many people I've told this to, and I just see the look in their face like, he ain't going to do it. She ain't going to do it. They're telling me my back hurts, this hurts, that hurts. I've had all that and how good I'm feeling. I'm like, they ain't going to do it. Because it's hard. And then look at stretching is seeking the next hard. That's what stretching is, seek the hard. Stretching is seeking the hard. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. Then once you get a little bit more flexible, you're supposed to stretch a little bit more. Then once you get that, you're supposed to get your nose down a little bit more. There's just like this never-ending rubber band you could become. You know what I'm saying? It just never ends. So there's no limit to how flexible that you can get. So you're always trying to push yourself to the next hard. And that's how we got to get in our life. You know, even if you ain't taking me up on the stretching thing, we got to stretch you in your life. We got to not settle in, but push yourself in life. The growth only happens outside of that comfort zone. Don't wait for the next challenge. Why don't you choose your next challenge? What's your next challenge? Do you want to get better at referrals? You want to get better with your handling your emotions? Do you want to read more books? Do you want to get in shape? Do you want to eat cleaner? Do you want to sit in the cold plunge longer? What is your next push? What is your next challenge? Because if you're chilling in your comfort zone, in comfort thinking, you ain't going to grow. The easy route, like the real easy at the end of it is to say that I'm ready for the next challenge. Because taking the other easy routes, doing the easy things, there's no growth in it. And you know what they say, if you're not growing, then you're what? You're dying. We got to seek out and strive for that next push. We can all improve. We need to do an honest self-assessment, even me. We all look at ourselves and say, let's do a self-assessment right now. What areas of my life can I improve? And then let's go tackle some of those areas and push ourselves. Every step prepares you for the next. You'll be surprised at how growth in one area will simultaneously give you a little bit of growth in another area of your life. Because every barrier that you overcome, an obstacle that you overcome, builds more strength and more resilience. So right now, if you're uncomfortable, good. That means you're probably on your way to progress. And if it feels easy, you better get worried because you probably ain't growing. We got to get you pushing. We got to get you pushing a little bit harder. Conor McGregor said, you guys know Conor McGregor, one of the great fighters, MMA fighters of all time, and marketers, the best mouthpiece, crap talker out there. He said, the more you seek the uncomfortable, the more you will become comfortable. The more you seek the uncomfortable, the more you will become comfortable. Amen, Connor. But guess what? It's also, it's counterintuitive. But it's a fact of life. Your why, your reason, your purpose, your vision, your mission, why you're doing what you're doing, that's the stuff that got to keep you hungry. And if your vision and your why isn't big enough, guess what? There's your next challenge. Go figure out, what's my vision? How do I get a bigger why? Let me go head out there and get myself to start thinking bigger, because your future depends on the challenges that you seek out today. All right, so the future you, the future person you want to be 5 years from today depends on the challenges that you're willing to go ahead and seek out today. We got to keep leveling up. The struggle ain't punishment. It's preparation for the next level. The grind ain't punishment. The things you're stretching yourself on that are difficult, that's preparation. That's gonna take you to the next level. No limits, no excuses. Right? Say it with me. No limits, no excuses. There's no limit typically to what you can accomplish as long as you can eliminate the excuses. If you're willing to stretch and grow and get outside of your comfort zone and seek the hard things, there's no limit to what you could do, but there can't be no excuses either. So shout out to all of you. As always, we just want to thank you. You could have invested this 10 minutes anywhere else that you could have put that in something else. You chose to spend it with us. If there's anybody you know we could help, take the time out for me. Forward this over to them. Give us a shout out message. Don't forget to like, comment, all that stuff if you can. But let's see how many people that we can impact out there. And if there's anything we could do to help you also, if there's a message, if there's something you want us to talk on, message us on Instagram so we could give you a shout out and we could give you, hopefully add some value, to your life. But just know, as always, we appreciate you spending your time with us today on the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.